So the part 1 is over, but we just got the wristband for part 2. Our adventure continues now in Copenhagen and Oslo. So we left the boat here in Kiel while we wait for the part 2 to start, and this random souvenir seller, they have also some metal patches. Oh, and a Brazilian flag. And once again, we arrived here around 1 p.m. after a short walk in Kiel, and our luggages are already here. And they were brought by the staff. We didn't need to check out and re-check in. We just got new cards for the second part. And let's see what they are giving us for the second part. Probably the same stuff, considering that most of the people are different. Oh, magnets. Okay, so something different from part 1, meaning that we have new souvenirs. Nice ones. Okay, the bag against seasickness, cards with the new dates. What else? Oh, a new lanyard. So I'm still wearing the old one. And now the new cities. Very nice. Oh, it's a different one. This is for part 2. Patch, another condom, and that's it. Oh, the card. Nice stuff. And we start part 2 in Kiel with 22 degrees. It's quite pleasant.
If I can sing, you can sing. So let's sing together!
Day 2 of Water Cruise Part 2, which means day 7 for me. So we are approaching the first stop, which is Copenhagen. As you can see here on the right side, in the middle, let's try to zoom. That's the bridge that connects Denmark and Sweden. Yeah, that's breakfast. I'm here in the Round Tower. I've been here on my first visit to Copenhagen 7 years ago. At that time I didn't have a channel, so I didn't record anything. And last time I came here, and I recorded several videos here because the city is beautiful. I didn't come to this tower specifically, so now time to come visit again. It's very easy to climb. It's a ramp, no stairs so far. As far as I remember, there are no stairs, and it's located right in the old town. The ticket converted to euros, it was about 5 euros, so quite cheap. Today I'm taking the boat tour for the third time here in Copenhagen.
Bitte hier vorne den Platz freilassen. Kapitän braucht Zugang zu den Seiten. Budgets didn't come though, but Christianshavn was built and may look a little like Amsterdam earlier. En sort diamant, vi sejler forbi på højre side nu.
Probably you guys can hear the band playing on the pool deck stage, and this is another difference from 7,000 tons. Here the bands can play even when we are inland.
Destiny. Wenn es seines Glückes Schmied.
Welcome to Norway. We are already sailing towards Oslo. We are in the Oslo fjord. And this is the last stop of Full Metal Cruise Part 2 before we go back to Germany. So this is day 3, actually, my day 8. And yeah, we have quite a few hours in Oslo today. The weather is not as good as yesterday in Copenhagen, but anyway, let's try to see what we can do in these few hours, because as well, Oslo is one very interesting city. If you're interested in seeing more about Oslo, I have a very complete video here on my channel, so you can check it out. It's subtitled in English. Yesterday was a very nice day, not only because we spent the whole day in Copenhagen, which is one of my favorite cities. There's also quite a few videos here on my channel, you can check them out, but also because of the shows. Battle Beast on the pool deck was fucking awesome. And then we went also to Metalite, and then in Extremo. I must admit here that they got a new fan. Their show is really great, and I am lucky for having seen them 3 times since the first part of this cruise. One of their shows was canceled on the part 1 because one of the members was sick, but now on part 2 they did both shows and they were awesome, and I got the drumstick. Haha. And I also went to the meet and greet with Battle Beast. That's the Oslo fjord, more or less in this direction is the city center, and it's raining here in Oslo, but we are gonna go out anyway. So here we are, docked at the heart of the city. Luckily the weather improved a lot. I'm even again in t-shirts and it's quite warm. Yeah, so we are right now on the top of the opera building. I've already showed this in my previous video about Oslo, but here I'm gonna zoom. Maybe you can see the ski jump, and that hill, Holmenkollen Hill, is where the church that was burned by the black metal bands in the early 90s was set on fire. So as you can see, Also, the city could see what was going on, and that was, according to the story, chosen on purpose. And from here we can see our floating home, the Mein Schiff here. Goodbye, Oslo. It was really good to see you again. Thanks for the good weather and see you next time.
Der erste Satz war auch ein bisschen an der Wirklichkeit eines Metalheads vorbei. Er sagte nämlich, ihr wisst Metallheads, das ist an Bord und er sagt, es ist ein Reisebügeleisen zu benutzen. Ist klar. Das erste, was wir auf einer Kreuzfahrt machen, sofort Koffer aus, Wacken, Shirt und Bügeln. Der hatte keine Chance bei dieser Übung. Dann fing er mit dem nächsten Satz an, dann stand einer für euch mit dem Dudelsack auf.
Sehr schön. Alle. Das kurz angefangen. Und auf der Bühne können wir anfangen, glaube ich, beziehungsweise aufzubauen. Denn wir haben ja eine großartige Band, die gleich spielen soll. In knapp 40 Minuten, also Hochleistung ist angesagt von unserer Technik. Fintroll werden gleich auf dieser Bühne spielen.
So that's the indoor pool. That's backstage for the pool deck, and that's Fintroll getting ready. Although we arrived here quite early, we had only to leave the cabins at 9 and we can still continue here in the ship till 11. So they are disassembling the stage on the pool deck, and as everybody can see here, they take advantage of a structure that already exists on the boat, and this of course makes everything be faster when building the stage, disassembling. So now we are back from both parts of the Full Metal Cruise 2023. And yeah, I have some thoughts to share with you guys. So first off, the language. Yeah, they speak German all the time. All the communications, the written communications, the labels for the food, everything is in German. So es tut mir sehr leid, wenn Sie kein Deutsch verstehen können. I would say that the staff, mainly comprised by Asians, they will of course speak English if you need.
But yeah, the menus are in German. All the messages coming from the speakers are in German. So I would say that if you don't have anyone there to help you, you may be a bit in trouble. And that's mostly because I would say that over 90% of the passengers are either Germans or from German-speaking countries like Switzerland or Austria, or people like me who live in Germany and at least understand German. So I would say that if you're not really sure if you're gonna be okay with the situation, you should stick to 70,000 Tons of Metal, for example, which has English as the main language. So still on this topic, Full Metal Cruise had this year 2 parts with about over 2,000 passengers on each part. Can you imagine this happening to 7,000 Tons of Metal, for example? No, they rely on people from over 70 countries to try to get sold out. In the past, they used to be sold out very often. This didn't happen this year. We had a very empty boat. You can see here on my videos. And if you were there, you can confirm it was far from being sold out, even having people from over 70 countries. And here they got together in 2 parts, almost or a bit more than 5,000 people from basically a single region. But there's something very different between both cruises. While 70,000 Tons of Metal is more of a festival itself, like a true marathon to see bands, the more bands you can. People avoid sleeping just to go to the shows and all the sets they can attend. On Full Metal Cruise is more like a vacation. It's a very relaxed vacation for metalheads. So people really enjoy the ship itself. They enjoy the trip itself. They enjoy the food. They enjoy the pool. They enjoy the indoor facilities. And the shows are there just for the normal enjoyment. It's not a mandatory item as it is on 70,000 Tons of Metal. So I didn't get tired at all after 9 days of festival, and I could see all the bands I wanted. I could go to the fine dining several times and wake up slowly and enjoy all the facilities, going even to the spa just to have a very nice view while drinking, because yeah, as I said before, drinks were included. So if you're into seeing bands and following bands and meeting the bands all around and having your time just running from stage to stage, I would say 70,000 Tons of Metal is your thing. If you're more into a relaxing trip, with very interesting destinations, by the way. Yeah, we cannot compare Oslo, Copenhagen, Stockholm and Helsinki to Bimini, for example. It's quite unfair. And basically the price was about the same, but with better destinations, better food, better drinks, of course, better drinks. But yeah, it's a vacation. Now, that's the downside if you're into just running from show to show. This doesn't happen. This schedule, the running order at Full Metal Cruise is much more relaxed. Also, it's not a place for mosh pitters, crowd surfers, and this kind of metalheads. The people are there to enjoy the vacation, not to be wild. So despite of having free alcohol, people don't get so wasted. I mean, I haven't seen anyone wasted at all, although the alcohol was there all the time for everybody. Maybe because Germans are more used to that. They have their beer and they are happy with that. And I don't know, the audience profile on 70K, it's a bit different. People are like, okay, beer, alcohol. And then they get too drunk too fast and they don't know how to handle. So, or maybe the age, for being younger on 70,000 Tons of Metal, people are not used to their limits. I don't know, but there was a clear difference as well in the profile of passengers. So I got much more okay with the behavior of the people on Full Metal Cruise than on 7,000 Tons of Metal, although I love my friends from there, although I keep going every year if I can. But it's a completely different profile of metalheads. Yeah, so if you are in front of the stage, you don't have to worry about seeing the band because someone's coming with a feet on your head by crowd surfing. So yeah, no crazy crowd surfers here on Full Metal Cruise, and this is a thumbs up. What else? Yeah, the program, the running order, the general attractions, they go much beyond music. It's not only about shows, a show behind another show, overlapping another show. No. We have several different activities like talk shows, cooking shows with musicians, late night show with interviews with musicians as well, and several other parallel activities that also makes this trip very interesting. And if you're not really into being outside because it's too cold, and that happened when Freedom Call played on the pool deck, it was freezing cold. I had already seen Amorphous and it was freezing, and then for Freedom Call we said, yeah, let's try to find something to do indoors. So we went to one of the presentations about boats in general, cruise travels, and it was very interesting, of course, in German. But I like this kind of approach of not only having a marathon of shows and having different activities that can be also interesting. What else? Okay, we have no distance between the stage and the audience. Maybe because the audience is better behaved, so there was no need for having security guards in front of the stage or a pit for photographers. That was also a very positive side of it about Mein Schiff here. That was my first time traveling with them. I've been before on Royal Caribbean and Costa Cruises, and this time this German company, and they kind of surprised me very positively, especially about the food, except for the 24-hour restaurant that serves not so nice pizza and questionable but very different burgers. The other options for food are really great, especially the bakery, the cheese buffet. Oh my God, I almost had an overdose on that. The variety of ice cream, for example, it's amazing. And the fine dining is something remarkable. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they had very, very good options of 4-course meal, 5-course meals. So yeah. I can only say that the food is surprisingly good. And to finish this video, will I come back to Full Metal Cruise? Of course, if I have the opportunity, of course I would come back. Yeah, I had a very, very great time there. People were friendly, people are super, super respectful, and this is something that people on the last 70K complain a bit, like newbies misbehaving and harassing people and so on. And if I prefer this or that cruise, my intention is to repeat both of them and many more if I have opportunity to get to know other music cruises. I am suspect to say something about 70K. I've been there 6 times and I'm going for the next one as well. So it will always be in my heart. But Full Metal Cruise was something beyond special. And yes, now I have to share my heart to both of them. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys liked the images I could show from this cruise. For me, it was a fantastic time, and see you next video. Bye bye.